Sui, whose token is SUI as a project, is up 9,647% since its IEO. Now, undoubtedly, really, it's been one of the best performing altcoins in these last 2 years, even accounting for the recent dip that pretty much has affected all altcoins. The success story is still remarkable. Not only that, however, it's also one of the best ecosystems in the industry. Just look at DeepBook from Sui. It pumped 318% in the last 14 days, and it's up approximately 1,900% since its all-time low, which was just a few months ago, October 2024. Whether you're a fan or not, it's notable that even Pokemon may be coming to Sui now that one of the Miston Labs companies is a developer for the game. And so the question is, does the Sui ecosystem have more such explosive gems? Spoiler alert, they do. And in this video, we're going to take a look at 3 of them, 3 Sui gems that hold pretty impressive potential, maybe even higher than the previously mentioned DeepBook. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie, and this is Altcoin Buzz. All the best of luck if you choose to invest, whether that's into Sui ecosystem altcoins or otherwise, whatever the case may be. I genuinely wish you well. Okay, that's fine, whatever. But look, my well-wishing aside, I'm not a financial or investment advisor. And so just keep in mind that by extension, this video is not official financial or investment advice. We're going to begin here first up with Walrus. This is the biggest thing to come to decentralized storage that we've seen in a long time. It's big enough and dependable enough to store, manage, and access full AI LLM models. That's large language models. And this is going to become a pretty big use case, increasingly so in the years to come. Because as AI decides how, let's say, centralized or decentralized it wants to be, the decentralized side is going to need a storage and access solution that we feel is going to take the form of Walrus. Walrus had a very successful token launch in March, so just a few weeks ago. Those that got in then are still in the money right now, despite these terrible market conditions that we've been experiencing. WAL, that's the token, WAL, it's about 25% or so off of its first all-time high of 60 cents. Right now, as I record, though, it's creeping up on that at 52.5 cents. It is still among the top 150 projects and rising right now at number 121 as I record, with a market cap of just over $650 million. Let's talk about a couple of highlights here which support Walrus's great progress. These include, number 1, Walrus's easy handling of now 9 million blobs or large files. Along with that, in the testnet, so that was before the successful mainnet launch, Walrus handled over 27 terabytes, 27 TB of data, which is a lot of data if you have a sense of how big that number is. It is a clear sign that AI models and other large data sets are going to be able to operate easily and efficiently using Walrus for storage. Number 2, we also saw an extra $140 million in funding to help the team keep building. Standard Crypto and A16Z led this round. And number 3 is the Big Seal update. They provide encryption not just across Sui, but specifically for Walrus stored data. Managing all these pieces smoothly of storage, easy access, and security is tough. But kudos to Walrus because they're doing it very well and pulling it off quite successfully. The use cases that it has for AI, machine learning, data analysis, and really anything else that needs decentralized ownership or access to data sets, these are going to become more and more obvious as time goes by. Walrus has all the ingredients really for a winning project. Like I said, right now, it's just above 50 cents, up a little over 4% on the day with that market cap of just above $650 million. It's still below its previous all-time high. This is still a pretty good entry point, I should say, as we see it. We expect, and I'm going to say this definitively, we expect Walrus and the WAL token to surpass Filecoin someday, pretty soon actually. The market has been crazy over these past few weeks and months. We've seen a couple of huge liquidations of over $1 billion, a pump and dump recently, several, unfortunately. But Sui is built to last, including managing all these short-term fluctuations and all this crazy volatility. and any other problems that the market has encountered. Sui has quickly become one of the leading altcoins in the market, and that's for good reason. Sui is killing it in terms of all the big sectors that it supports. So for example, DeFi, that's where Sui crossed $1 billion in TVL, total value locked, and is almost at $1.5 billion in record time. Sui is also the third largest blockchain by daily active addresses with almost 2.5 million real daily users. Walrus is changing the game in terms of decentralized data storage. Its token launch, WAL, is already successful. And then we have Seal making things even more secure and more private. And then there is also Sui Play 0x1. This is coming soon with almost 10,000 pre-orders so far. As a project, Sui even has a small but growing meme coin market. So if you're a meme coin lover, if that's your jam, you can check that out as well. If you have not used Sui lately, then come give it a try and follow Sui's X account for all the latest updates. Check out the links that you'll find in the description of this video below. Next up here, and at number 2 on the list, I got to come clean first of all. We did find a few ecosystem projects that we like a lot, not just Walrus, but with the recent correction from just under $5 to today's price, I'm looking at it right now, $3.09. It's already moving up. The truth is that we really can't find a better risk-return ratio than Sui itself, ticker SUI. It is up, as I record right now, 12% on the day. Maybe more by the time you're watching this video, but this is a project whose potential returns for the risk really might be the best of any project in the industry right now. Even though we tried avoiding this entry because this is the project, it's not a project within its own ecosystem, we do have to recommend SUI again. Look, it was attractive at $5, $6. Right now, it's even more attractive where it sits at just above $3. And we do have a couple of notable things that I want to mention in the context of Sui as a project that are going to affect the price of the SUI token. Number one, we saw a Canary Capital ETF filing for Sui just a couple of weeks ago, and they have followed that up with an ETF filing for Tron just last week. It seems like Canary kind of wants to be a crypto native investment house akin to or similar to Bitwise. They join VanEck and a couple of others with Sui ETFs, by the way. This regulated investment product means that TradFi fund managers can easily buy Sui on behalf of their clients without doing wallet setups or bridging or anything like that. It's kind of like an easier way to expose yourself to these sorts of assets, right? Just buy shares in the fund. And that convenience, if you combine it with compliance, is what makes it such a big deal. So that was one big update. Another one here is that on the tech side of things, Sui is adding passkeys for better security. Instead of this reliance on seed phrases, a web authn passkey means no more worries about phishing or losing your seed phrase somewhere, right? This is a big step forward for onboarding the public more easily and just removing friction from that process. There was also a record 45.5 million sponsored transactions in March. This is the most ever on the chain. And then also stablecoin supply hitting an all-time high of $656 million. That was also in March. Today, it is actually over $900 million. As I said earlier, the price performance here is kind of the main variable to consider, the main argument that I'm putting forward. SUI has taken a pretty big hit just as a result of the general market conditions, general uncertainty. That was a result of, global issues, tariff policy being a big one. But when all of this gets straightened out, SUI will go back to crushing it as it did before, probably towards previous all-time highs and very likely, in my opinion, beyond that. Last but not least for today, we're looking at Cetus Protocol. This is one of the top dexes that are available on Sui. It's a market maker, but not just any AMM. They use a CLMM framework that stands for concentrated liquidity. This lets Cetus be more capital efficient while also being able to do big centralized exchange functions like limit orders and other things that traders are typically fans of. It's not just simple swapping anymore. Total TVL on Sui has exploded to over $1.3 billion. Cetus is up to over $140 million in TVL on its own as well. Cetus is also now a top 10 DEX across all chains in terms of daily trading volume. This project is up nearly 24% on the day. I guess a lot of like-minded people see the value in this one. We're sitting at a price right now at 16.2 cents, and the market cap, as I speak, is just over $115 million. So it's going up quickly. Again, different people see the value here. It's not just me, but you're still relatively early here. This is still considered a small project.